political role. I had more of a technical role. Had to do with tourism and aviation. And I was just a witness inside for what's going on. And from a person inside the palace looking at what people were saying and the hesitance of people, I saw what created the political divide, and maybe you guys all have experienced that within families, within countries, and people were always asking what is wrong, what led to what is today's very heavy political divide. I want to start first of all December when the Constitution came in. Dr. Morsi went into power with 52%, winning by 52%, just a slight margin, 2% over Shafiq. And then people claim that when the Constitution time came in, that Dr. Morsi created a political divide in Egypt. But what the outcome of the Constitution referendum was 64% voted the Constitution in. So it's natural in a democracy to see people pro and against. But people could not accept being against, so they started resorting to what is cheating in a system. People could not win in parliament, people could not win in the presidential election, and people knew the parliamentary election coming up they could not win. And one of the only ways to win is to remove a legitimate system and blast them, and which is what the military leader Sisi has done. I had the chance to meet the Sisi once and some of the army generals a few times, and I want to just give you a brief background about their mentality. They don't understand an opinion and the other. They only understand to wipe out a person if they don't agree, to put you in jail if you don't listen. That's the system that they work by. So it's no wonder today that the military cannot figure out any other solution but to wipe out the opposition. And it's very, very natural to see Sisi today ignore what other people are saying. But alhamdulillah that this event happened, because this is very important to create a cause, not just for Egyptians, but for people around the world, that we really need resilience. And this sign, Rab'a, is all about resilience. It's not just about victory. It's about resilience, that the only way we are ever gonna, throughout our whole life, we would be able to battle evil is by doing the right thing, not by cheating a system, which is what Sisi has done. There are a lot of prisoners now in jail. And a lot of my colleagues are now in jail. And I stand here today to ask the Canadian government and the Prime Minister not to intervene in the domestic political process, because we're not asking for one to help against another team. But we're asking for something really simple, is that we cannot give legitimacy to what's going on in Egypt. This is a humanity crisis. This is not about political intervention. This is about a humanity crisis. People are dying. Blood is being shed for no reason at all, but for someone to gain power and to let people with some financial interest and power interest get into power. And we cannot, if the military came in with protests, why are you scared of protests? Let it be. So we cannot give a hypocritical system. They wiped out democracy. Let's remember that July 3rd, the military leader came in for one reason. He claimed, and I'm a witness to this, he claimed that he was going to bring in a more inclusive democracy that Dr. Morsi could not do. I doubt anyone watching today that this is even about inclusive democracy. This is about my way or the highway. And just today, 35 people that have nothing to do with either brotherhood or all of that have been asked to come for their opposition to. They were opposition to the Islamists, and now today, because they're opposition to Mubarak, they're going to be judged. So this system is going nowhere but more bloodshed. So we ask the Canadian government to intervene in just a humanity crisis, and to call it what it is, which the Canadian government has called it a military coup, but to take strict actions for that bloody dictator. And I call him Hitler. And I'm not calling him Hitler because he killed 1 million people, but he has the same exact mentality. If you don't agree with me and if I don't like you, I will do whatever I want to you. Burn your bodies, put you in jail. And the only thing stopping him is if the international world would shy away from him, he would do more. So we gotta keep the 4 Rab'a going on, the resilience. Everyone coming out today, don't underestimate your role. I hear people say, what is the point of the rally? You could be encouraging people in Egypt to stand up. You could be encouraging people in other places to stand up for the truth. It starts one step at a time. One step at a time. We don't have to think big steps, just one step at a time. Assalamu alaikum everybody. And just to conclude, Rab'a